we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we wrap up a great Sunday here in Super Wild Card Weekend, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Now Jones. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Back to throw now on first down. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The rookie from Texas Tech on target there. It's a first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw again. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Brian Thomas from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Cameron Dicker.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and leads to 4th down.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look,
Brian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0.
14, Bengals nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw. Monroe. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
Mustang 19, let's go. Cougar 19, 19 Lion. Ready?
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Check smash, 70 Timberwolf.
They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. There's that man, Travis Hunter. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
70 Lion.
Back to throw. Jones. And Thomas has it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Ready, set. Let's go. 19-18. 65.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Now a play fake here on first down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On second down, they'll run it here. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Dicker down, attack on the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Bengals nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
19-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22 now, here's second down and 7.
A pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Dragon 60. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
Looking to throw. Monroe. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they decline it, and they choose to not give him that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage even on the completed pass. Don't give them an extra down in order to try and pick up a first.
Got it. Ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
70 Timberwolf. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he is going to have a bonus first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Quick throw here to Johnston. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football that way. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Brings up third down.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
It's fourth down.
19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 60, trap 60.
On fourth down, Monroe. Pass taken in by his big tight end. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Take over.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That's good.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
21. Bengals 7. Cam Little to kick off.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
This is 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point try now from Dicker. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Next to score, Jaguars 28, Bengals 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. This returnable now for Rivers. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60
Back to throw. Monroe. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
3rd and 12.
Cowboy 80. Cup 19. Cup 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Take over.
Operating from the gun. Monroe. McDonald makes the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
70 Lions. 18 Pioneer.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jaguars' 21-yard line.
Looking to throw. Monroe. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Go! 19.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Warriors 70. 19 Lions.
Back to throw. Monroe. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jags are able to add on to their first-half lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, Shaq.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
70, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Throwing to start the drive. Monroe. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Something takes a part of me.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
brings up third down.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Let's go now. Ready?
Right side, he has Johnston. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Monroe. He finds his man. Complete. That's McDonald. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
35. Bengals 14. Cam Little to kick off.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime and sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Thomas brings it in. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd down, he'll run it here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Ball at the 6, 3rd and goal. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. Monroe able to spin free. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Monroe. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
18, Pioneer. What's the motion? Ready.
On third down, Preston. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
It's fourth down.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 79 Bronco.
Back to throw. Monroe. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Looking to throw. Monroe. This one complete. Right side to McDonald. Second and 11 now.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw. Monroe. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. Monroe. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bengals get a bit closer.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Cam Little to kick off.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. A solid stiff arm. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 50 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolf. Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Hands it off out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
For the field goal, a 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 18 Cops, 79 Broncos. Chap 60, chap 60.
Back to throw. Monroe. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Monroe. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the gun on 3rd down, Monroe. And he's going to have a 1st down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Monroe. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 36.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Monroe will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point on the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this fourth quarter. He may go. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bashal Tootin, 67 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Jaguars 48, Bengals 22. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Head to 60. Head to 60. Motion, motion, motion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Quentin Johnston, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely build more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
To kick off.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. In a